My name's Amy Kinney, and I'm a disabled woman and an educator. When I was in school, my teachers refused to implement my federally mandated disability accommodations because they said I was too smart for them. They thought the extra time it would take me to get from class to class in my manual wheelchair would lead me to goofing off in the halls. And so they refused. They refused to allow me to arrive 3 minutes late to class, and they refused me a seat by the door that was accessible. Teachers had never had a student like me before. This wasn't a compliment. They told my parents and principals this on repeat as a way of getting out of following the law. They didn't have much experience with disabled students, and frankly, they didn't care to learn. They thought of my accommodations as a type of add-on feature, like when you add avocado to an already existing menu item. But civil rights are not avocado. Now, my story is my own, but it represents many disabled students who don't receive their accommodations at school. The experience of being discriminated against and left out is all too common for disabled students. And some of us are probably thinking, that sounds horrible. Aren't there laws to prevent this? Yes. Section 504 prohibits discrimination against disabled people, and Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act prohibits discrimination against disabled students. But as in my case, that didn't really matter. I still didn't receive my accommodations. It turns out I'm not alone. The US Department of Education announced in 2021 that less than half of all states are in compliance with these federal laws. Less than half. That means that less than half of our disabled students are receiving access to education simply because they are disabled. This should grieve us. As Jesus followers, we know that all students, disabled and non-disabled alike, are made in the image of God. And we are invited to partner with schools to make education more accessible and support disabled students to make sure they receive all the accommodations they need to thrive.